boy spent 20 bucks on 500 boxes of seaweed. However, after frying them in oil, they always tasted bitter and astringent. He tried again and again, but as the 500 boxes were running out, he sold his computer and bought 100 more boxes. Even after adjusting the oil temperature and how forcefully he dropped the seaweed in, leaving rings of scars on his arms from the oil splatters, it still wasn't the flavor he wanted. Yet the seaweed ran out again, and the boy had nothing left to sell. Just as he was about to leave in dejection, he surprisingly found a forgotten bag of seaweed on the ground. Picking it up, thinking it was the last attempt, who knew that after dropping it in the pot and frying it, this piece of seaweed turned out refreshingly delicious, unlike the previous ones. He couldn't wait to take a bite. The crispy texture and fresh sweetness spreading in his mouth finally brought a smile to his face. Feeling the layer of moisture on the surface of the seaweed bag, he finally understood the reason. This pack of seaweed was the one he accidentally dropped on his way home in the heavy rain yesterday. The seaweed, soaked by the rainwater and left to soak for an entire night, lost its saltiness and became soft. That was the secret to delicious fried seaweed. So the boy, Kira, immediately packaged and sold it, becoming abnormally popular. But after calculating the costs, he was very disappointed. With the current profit margins, he could only make $1 million a year at most. However, his father had gone bankrupt, owing $40 million, and their house was auctioned off. To pay it back, he had to find a faster way to make money. On the way home, Kira noticed that within just 1 block from his house, there were 3 convenience stores. If his seaweed could make it into those stores, everything would be easily solved. So the next day, Kira put on his father's oversized suit and went to the convenience store headquarters to meet with the marketing manager. But looking at his samples, the manager rejected them outright without even tasting them, simply because his seaweed packages were too large and expensive, not meeting the standards for convenience store sales at all. Kira left without a word, immediately finding a design company that night to revise the packaging. Not only did the package size shrink, but the colors became bright and eye-catching. The next day, he went to the headquarters again with the new packaging without stopping. But the receptionist made excuses, saying the manager was in a meeting. Kira waited confidently for an entire day, only to find the manager was actually avoiding him. Young and impetuous, he turned and left, angrily tossing the seaweed to the elevator attendant as he left. Who knew opportunities always come unexpectedly? The purchasing officer from headquarters, attracted by the packaging, casually took a few packs back to the office while riding the elevator. He opened and ate them on the way, but the more he ate, the more addicted he became. The fresh, sweet taste on his fingertips made him unable to stop. Soon, he shared this delicacy with other colleagues, and even the marketing manager got a piece. Just like that, simply because the product was good, Kira was called back to the convenience store headquarters. Kira's seaweed would be put on the shelves of 72,000 convenience stores nationwide, but on the condition that when they went to inspect in 15 days, the factory had to pass hygiene standards. This worried Kira, because right now, his factory only had 3 iron pots and a few bottles of soybean oil. Forget about hygiene, he didn't even have the money to build a proper factory.